It seems like the new Snow White from Disney will be a girl boss, something we were, of course, all excited for. I speak ironically. But in these statements by the actress who is playing Snow White, we see that the character will not only be a girl boss, but she hates Walt Disney, Roy Disney, and the legacy of the Disney company. This is something that is becoming more and more true, not just in Disney, but in many corporations that have become self-hating of their past. But in this, they're forgetting what made the company great, what made them what they are in 2023, and instead spitting on it for the sake of insane wokeness. We're going to cover this today and cover the particular video that I think is so vile. But first, let me introduce myself. I'm Andrew Esquire, American attorney, Florida attorney, and I am over here living in Asia. And of course, this is the Legal Mindset where we teach you to be your own judge. Now, this is something I cover because I was not only a property law lawyer specializing in special districts, but I've also worked in-house. And I've seen corporations become slowly more and more and more woke as they bring DEI and ESG into their corporate policies, procedures, when they make themselves more in the image that BlackRock wishes them to be in, right? So when they go closer to this woke social credit score standard and they incorporate this as part of their policies, procedures, and behaviors, particularly as they look at the past and they say, hey, this is something we shouldn't have done. We're sorry about this, or this was evil, or this was wrong. They end up just assigning blame to those that came before them without saying, in reality, what they did was effective, efficient, a great story. They don't give any credit where credit is due. They just blame, 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 blame. That's the name of the game. Nothing good has ever happened before today. Everything that has happened before today is problematic, right? And even what they do now will be considered problematic in 5 or 10 years. It's a constant victimhood blaming cycle where they can never be perfect, and everything that is touched by the hand, particularly of a man, specifically of a white man, it's got to be poisoned forever. And we've got to say it's outdated, evil, wrong. And let's just play the clip here that I think really tells the story of what's going on with this. So, of course, this is the actress who will play Snow White. And these are her comments on the upcoming film and how it is going to be contrasted to the old film. Let's play this here.
That the cartoon was made 85 years ago, and therefore it's extremely dated when it comes to the ideas of women being in roles of power and what a woman is fit for in the world. And so when we came to reimagining the actual role of Snow White, it became about the fairest of them all, meaning who is the most just and who can become a fantastic leader. And the reality is, Snow White has to learn a lot of lessons about coming into her own power before she can come into power over a kingdom.
Also, the fact that she's not going to be saved by the prince, and she's the proactive one, and she's the one who set the terms, is what makes it so relevant to where we are today.
So these are the buzzwords here. The actress, she got the perfect buzzwords, which is relevance, which is updated, outdated. So you see that, of course, they've confirmed this. It is now on the record. This is officially going to be a girl boss fempowerment story. There's no hiding the ball here. We're not going to get into a Barbie situation. Is it super woke or not? Although we all know Barbie was woke. But that being said, in this specific case, you can see the argument of outdated. Okay, well, that specific cartoon, this specific animation, which was beloved at the time, is what put Disney on the map. Without Snow White, that is a quintessential bedrock of what is the Walt Disney Corporation, they would not be here today. But instead of saying, we're going to do it in a different way, we're going to reimagine it, we're going to do it in a way that we do it this different, we're going to tell a different story, they have to shit all over the old version. I'm sorry to swear there, but it really riles me up because I hear this and I hear this treatment of this beloved property, this amazing property, as if it is something that is a vehicle of hatred, a vehicle of oppression. That's not at all what it is. And if you look at all of the stories, the princesses have always been a main character. The background characters have always been the princes. They haven't been oppressed and kept down by the patriarchy. That's not the story here. Only a deranged feminist reads that out of Snow White or any of the other old stories, Cinderella, any of them. Goes back and looks at those and says, yes, this is about the patriarchy. This is a feminist studies, gender studies version of this, which looks at everything through the lens of this critical theory that is so central to intersectionalism, and goes back and says, nope, this is all wrong, because she's got to be a girl boss. She's got to prove that women are more just than men, which, by the way, is misandry. I know that Margot Robbie had actually trouble understanding the term misandry when asked about that, what the opposite of misogyny was. In an interview regarding Barbie, but in this case, this is absolute open misandry against men, and it's specifically against Walt and Roy. This is one of the first film projects that Roy made. So you're looking back at Roy's legacy, at Walt's legacy, and you're saying, you know what? We don't like this. This is no good. We got to toss this out. It is absolutely disrespectful both to the Disney Corporation and to history and culture, which are always central to success. You have to know your history, where you come from, and respect that when you move forward in the future. This is why I think Disney is absolutely doomed. That's why I hope that people avoid this film. And I hope that Disney's girl boss, fempowerment stuff absolutely fails, because it is a poisonous view of men in society. It is a poisonous view of the past, and it is absolutely toxic to a corporation. Guys, let me know what you think in the comments. Are you as ticked off about this as I am? What do you think about that clip? What do you think about those comments? And I will catch you guys later. Peace.